Hey, this is Adrian from Century 21. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of pre-construction and resale condos. And by the end of the video, you might have a better idea which one is better for you. So let's dive right in. Number one, no bidding wars. With purchase price of pre-construction condos, what you see is what you get with the builder, and they're not going to ask for a higher price after you sign the agreement with them. So the HST price is included in the purchase price, and there won't be another bidding competitor, as it's first come first serve. Whoever signs the agreement for that unit first will get it. So it's about speed as well, but there will be no bidding in pre-construction. Pre-con pro number two, wait for appreciation. You're just sitting back and you don't have to actively do much, as you're just waiting for the appreciation. The property values of the surrounding neighborhood and other condos are appreciating. Your value of your condo is appreciating just as much, if not more. Since it's a new builder, a new project, generally that building is worth more than those older buildings in the area. So you're also gauging on that and earning off those premiums that you've paid for with the pre-construction condo. So in general, the longer closing, the better. Choice of premium location that won't be available in the resale market. Often with builders buying land they haven't built yet for years, and they're waiting, and when the time comes to finally build, there are really no other projects like it. So there's a premium and a special location that is only to that project. So you're really buying into investing there, whereas you can't have that opportunity in resale for a long time. Investing in the early phases of a pre-construction is very advantageous, so you can enjoy more profits, and it really is the best strategy to go forward. Pre-con pro number four, deposit structure. This is an example of a pre-construction deposit structure spread through different dates, usually up to 20% of the purchase price. Here we have an example of Daniels on Parliament with 10% deposit until occupancy, a total of 15%. Whereas versus resale, you have to pay 5% of that deposit right away, and then the remaining deposit, the remaining down payment in the 60, 90, 120 days upon closing, which is pretty quick, and then you have to have that money right away. Whereas pre-construction gives you that flexibility and to use your capital in other ways until you need to pay the remainder balance of the purchase price, which is usually 4 or more years down the road. Number five, lower maintenance fees. With pre-construction condos, since it's brand new, you're looking at lower maintenance fees. There won't be any repair of the pool, the parking lot, or generally issues with older buildings. So pre-construction, you're looking to save more on those beginning costs of the monthly maintenance fees. But however, do expect them to go up as they start, generally to be lower, and then sometimes they may add more money to the reserve fund, and some other problems may persist or occur that may indicate a time to sell your investment condo when those costs become unreasonably high and it doesn't make sense with the numbers for you to stay in that building anymore. Number six, having less tenant complaints and having happier tenants. With pre-construction condos, since the building is new, you don't expect any issues with the condo itself, and if there is an issue, your condo is covered by Tarion warranty. So I'll put what Tarion warranty covers and the period it covers in the link description below. Here we have the Tarion warranty website. You can gather a bunch of information, including the pre-delivery inspection, its form. There's a checklist where you can check with all the different features and finishes that come with the unit. Tarion warranty covers freehold and condo units on 1, 2, and 7-year coverages of different items. So you can go to the website and check that out to see what Tarion warranty covers, as you're paying for those fees when you purchase a new pre-construction home. It makes sure that everything is built up to the Ontario Building Code, and you can have that ease of mind of not having all these problems that your tenant will complain about when they move in. Those are my 6 pros. Now let's move on to the cons of pre-construction. One of the biggest cons that I find with buying pre-construction is you don't get to see the finished product before you buy it. So basically you're just buying the floor plan and the marketing plan and the renderings and the models that the builder has put out and all the information and facts that you see. Now this is good in terms of a strictly investment. If you're a seasoned investor, you know the numbers, it all makes sense and you're quick to jump in it. But as a first-time investor that's only used to seeing physical condos, it's hard to just judge by what's on paper. But the number one document and thing you need to look at is definitely the floor plan. This is something, if you're investing in pre-construction condos, you have to be very knowledgeable and very decisive in knowing what a good floor plan is. Another con is you're paying premiums for pre-construction. Much like a car, a new car has its premiums you're paying for. It's unique and new, and it's going to be more expensive than a resale product. One of the cons of pre-construction is having a delayed closing, repetitive delays in closing, and as well, you having canceled projects. So you kind of lose your time and the money you had put in with your deposit, you don't get any return from it if your project is canceled. That's why it's so important to look at the builder reputation and the history. Here you can see, you can search for Tarion, for example. You can see a project that they had. Bianca, for example, had 211 total possessions with no claims. So this is a good record of the builder, which you can check out at the Tarion website. Tarion also has deposit protection. You're able to get deposit protection of up to $20,000 for your pre-construction investment. Another con, of course, for pre-construction is delayed occupancy. And with Tarion, you have coverage and compensation of up to $7,500 for delayed occupancy compensation. HST is payable, but it's included in the listed purchase price. There are development levies and assignment costs as well. Here's an example of the assignment fee being waived. There will be a lawyer review fee. Cap development charges means there won't be a higher levy than that number for that particular type of unit. Interim occupancy costs is definitely a con, as investors will be required to pay the builder rent during this occupancy period to cover builder costs, estimated maintenance fees, property taxes, and interest on unpaid balance. The duration can be at least 12 months, but many agreements have contractual limits of 24 to 36 months until the condo corp is formed and officially complete. According to the Condominium Act, builders are prohibited to profit from these fees during this period. The builder may allow right to lease during occupancy period, which should be reviewed by a lawyer. Centrecourt is an example of a great builder with an impeccable record, with 19 condominiums launched and sold in the last 12 years with 0 canceled sites and 0 days of occupancy. Centrecourt has just launched KIPLING Station Condos, with 50 stories and 552 units located in the core of downtown Etobicoke. Its immediate access to transit and being in a prime location of Etobicoke is very attractive to investors. Its features include being close to the new Etobicoke Civic Center, 760,000 square feet facility. Starting at only $500,000, please check out KIPLING Station Condos. It's definitely a project to consider. Details are in the link description below. Now we'll move on to the pros of resale condos. Number one pro for a resale condo is less risk. Generally, getting your financing right away and knowing exactly what you're getting, you get to feel the unit and see the unit. There are less chances of unexpected roadblocks. You know exactly what you're getting and you can get and secure the financing right away from the lender. So that peace of mind is all there. Upon a closing, you usually have 60 to 90 days. You have more certainty in what you're buying with resale condos. Number two, getting financing right away. So you get financing right away from your lender and it's proved. You know your terms and your agreements right away. You know your interest rates, you know the terms, you're locked in and there's no surprises later on and you're free to change your job afterwards in the short term and move around. Whereas pre-construction, changing jobs, quitting your job, anything of that nature is a big no-no. You'd want to stay away from that before. Definitely a big pro to consider with resale is immediate approval for financing, getting immediate cash flow. So cash flow comes in right away when you rent the unit, especially in the 60 to 90 days that after closing you can start doing what you want with the condo. If you need to fix it up, if you need to set it up for rent, and then you can start collecting income, rental income. You can use the possession of the condo for more refinancing, use it as equity to borrow more money if you so need. Number 4, finding a hidden gem. Sometimes there are hidden gems in the resale market, whereas there is a condo that's listed underpriced and it needs to be repaired and there needs to be some TLC to make it more livable or more desirable. You're able to reap the profits of when you customize and upgrade the condo. You're able to purchase a property for a lower price and find sometimes a hidden gem, whereas it is well below market price. And you can only find that with resale condos. A resale condo is definitely the better choice for somebody who is handy and wants to do it yourself, and you want to find a property that you want to fix up and don't mind the work and maintenance, putting the time to maintain it. Then resale is definitely excellent consideration, as you can make more profit from buying lower than market value price in the beginning and then fixing it up, customizing certain upgrades that increase the value of the property and make a significant profit when you sell. You have to look at how much time you have, how close you are to the property, because it's not easy to find property managers out there that are fitting for you to do all the legwork for a condo. So if you do buy a resale condo, make sure there are no problems with it down the road, because if you've come across certain risks like that you come across, maybe special assessments and KITEC Plumbing, water issues, plumbing issues for older condo, high maintenance fees, those could all hurt your value of your resale property in the future. All my investors in pre-construction have been very happy with the returns and just sitting and then waiting for it to close. Upon occupancy, they realized they made $100,000, $200,000 profit. They didn't really have to do much management until later. And when they do, it's very relaxed, as they know it's a new condo, there's not much trouble there, and the tenants maybe they're more comfortable with. For resale, you really have to do your research, and you may have to be prepared for more legwork and dealing with a mortgage and a tenant right away. So those main things are definitely things to consider depending on your situation. So comparing the two, you are definitely going to get better deals with the resale market. Pre-construction condos, they tend to appreciate and factor in appreciation of 5% a lot of the times per year. So you're paying that extra cost for a pre-construction condo, and some people realize, why would I pay that extra money? You don't know for sure if the pre-construction condo will appreciate that much, and that is a valid concern. You really don't know. It may increase more or it may increase less, and something might happen. So there is more risk with pre-construction condo and less risk with resale that way. But in terms of having more reward with less time put in, pre-construction condo takes the belt, takes the win for that, because you're just sitting back enjoying passive appreciation. That's it for today's video. I hope you got value from the content, and if you had any questions about pre-construction or resale condos, questions that I didn't get to answer, please feel free to let me know. You can book a call with me and we can go through things in depth with your next investment. My door is always open. In the meantime, keep it 100.